everyone! Welcome to episode 4, Quest 4 of Northern Wind, Eldfall Chronicles Northern Wind, of course. We're doing Hilltop Temple, and for the first time we have a Chaos deck. So, I did the setup, obviously. We placed the tiles, the obstacle, this thing, and the encounter 1 token. The heroes are on the entrance right here, the exit's right there. And we had to construct a Chaos deck. It's cards number 1 through 8 and 11 through 16. And I'm using that deck for the remainder of Arc 1. So let's go ahead and read our narrative at the start. Following the main path, you reach a vantage point where the sacred temple comes into view. And so does the rest of your party. Relief washes over you as you regroup, fleeting moment of calm in the frigid morning air. A few snowflakes drift lazily from the sky, but the weather holds, offering a brief respite. You press on along a narrow ridge, senses sharpening as you near an ancient, weather-worn bridge. Beyond it lies the temple, the planned rendezvous for your expedition's survivors. Yet, something feels wrong. Crouching low in the underbrush, you fix your gaze on the temple. Moments later, a hulking brute lumbers into view, arms laden with weapons and tools. He vanishes inside and emerges empty-handed. The realization hits the temple has been overrun, repurposed as a cache for pilfered items. You exchange tense glances with your party, preparing to cross the bridge swiftly. You hope to find any survivors. Now, if I have Fate C, and I did, if you remember, I wrote it down on the last one. We have Fates A and C right now. And Sagan has a point of damage on him already, but we'll be fixing that very quickly because I have 2 healers. Nara can perform an int -3 roll, so I will. So int 10, I got a 6. That is lower, that is a success. If I succeed, I can resolve encounter 1 immediately. It does not say discard Fate C. So this was called Fate Check. Sense the Veil of Death. Nara. Nara's ears twitch, attuned to the subtle shift in the atmosphere. Spirits, unseen but lingering, hover nearby. She stretches out her senses, crossing the veil into the realm of the dead, seeking to commune with the lingering souls. A familiar energy prickles at her awareness, an unsettling corruption like the one from the profane burners. The same malevolent force that renders the arcane useless. Okay, so, quest rules. The unstable bridge. Only one hero may occupy a space on the bridge at a time. There are 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Other heroes cannot move past them while on that tile. However, vengeful spirits ignore this rule and can move into any space on the tile. The quest ends if all heroes leave the field through the exit. However, they may not leave if there is any hostiles present here. Anywhere in here. So there's a baddie anywhere on this tile, I can't leave. And the encounter 1. So we're going to resolve this immediately. So I can take this off, because Nara knows what's up. Nara smells badness. From the jagged rocks around you, incorporeal shapes begin to form. Ghostly figures emerge, their ethereal bodies distorting the air around them. They drift with purpose, searching, yearning for the warmth of a living soul to claim as their own, though such a fate is forever beyond their grasp. Across the bridge, the battered remains of a warrior stir, the clinking of its rusted armor heralding its rise from a long-forgotten grave. Okay. So, we're going to place 2 Vengeful Spirits on space 1, and a Forgotten Hero on space 3. Oh god. So, for those of you at home, space 1 is right here. I know I'm going to be spraying, I guess. So, I'm probably going to have to move her up to spray, so that way she's not hitting her bros. So, those 2 show up there. A Forgotten Hero shows up on 2. No, Forgotten Hero shows up on 3. which is this square here. Forgotten Heroes are these nerds. Forgotten Hero on 3. A Intrigue 1 on number 2. And then an encounter right there. So, encounter 2, I can see where it goes. Encounter 2 goes here. And then Intrigue 1 goes. I must have pulled it. I pulled Intrigue 1 out, apparently. Let's find it. Intrigue 1 goes here. Okay. Almost lost the token. All right. I'm actually recording this immediately after episode 3, just so you know. I got excited. I wanted to do this. I've got space for everybody's cards. So I need Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit. So, yeah, they're the same thing. It's just one's red, one's green. Cool. Vengeful Spirit, and one Forgotten Hero. I'm going to use, as best I can to track health and everything. And then we need my Vengeful Spirit stack card. And a Forgotten Hero stack card. Forgotten Heroes are going to hurt. I have a feeling that they will hurt. Thankfully, Forgotten Heroes I don't think are ethereal, so... And this might be one of the times where I have to bust out a tape measure. So, a couple things real quick about line of sight. If you remember, black borders block. White borders don't. Everybody here can see this jackass, but he can see all of them. So, the question is distance. So, and this is an important thing. Each square effectively is 2 inches of distance. So if I want to use real distance with a tape measure, the first range is 20 inches because it's 10 squares. So everything in the first range band is this, which means these guys are all in the first range band. See, it's 20 inches, which is way over here. That means that I'm effectively within that first thing. So, like, for instance, the Forgotten Hero's bow, its reach is 0. With Poison 1 and Stagger. He has armor 6 and 2 hit points, which is incredible. Incredible defenses. So I need to figure out how we're doing this. So this is where everything is. He's got 2 reactions. I do kind of want to get in melee with him, actually. Yeah, I need to get in melee with him. Melee is where I need to be with him. Specifically, Sagan needs to get in melee with him. Or Theros needs to shoot him. Because Theros' assassination will negate his armor. So, and Theros can take a shot back. Because his weapon ain't that big a deal. The stagger is annoying, but yeah, okay. So right now we're in a combat situation. Let's think for a minute. Let's plan. I do know I want to spray. I do know I want Inari to walk up and spray these guys, which will cause them to dodge towards her. So I don't know if I want to do that immediately or if I want Sagan to come in, because Sagan has sweep. Oh, Sagan has sweep. I can give him burn. Okay, so first, strategic phase. Nara can cast a spell on herself. No spell is really useful except for clean. And I don't really have a way to... I need like little enchant markers. I'm going to make some like little spell tokens for buffs later that I can put on like the cards. Nara's going to put, I believe it's Necrotic Wound. Yeah, Necrotic Wound on herself for free. No roll, no anything. That is during my strategic phase. There's nothing else. Everybody gets their action points. So The Vengeful Spirits have a total of 4, 2 each. And Forgotten Boy has 2. So we'll put 2 under Forgotten Boy. Because he gets 2. He has a stamina 2. The Vengefuls have a total of 4 between them. It's 2 each. So I'm just going to put 4 above them. Now, importantly, I do need to heal my bro. Nara can heal. So Nara heals. She can cast a heal on him without moving. I've stacked their items up. I know roughly what's in there. Like, let me look at my healing, my necromancy. Yeah, so she can cast a second chance to give him an HP back. So I think I'm going to activate her. They're not being targeted. They're not going to react. What is his reactions? Line of sight, enemy within range, melee attack with sword. Outside melee range, and no line of sight on the attacker. Oh, target of a melee attack. And if just regular line of sight, attack with a corroded warbow. Okay. He would actually try to shoot with agility 8, no less. He would try to shoot Nara for this, because he's going to react to her casting. So he's going to react, because she is going to declare idle on move, and then spell cast on saving. So let's do the spell cast. 13 int. I rolled a 13. Okay, so she succeeds. He's getting his hit point back. So we're taking a damage point off. Cool. He's fixed. And Nara's activating for this. Now he's going to try to shoot her. Agility 8. And he criticaled. So she's just going down immediately. Because she did not... Yeah, she just goes down. Because he does a point and she only has a point of hit points. So she's unconscious now, immediately. Boink. Oh well. Crap. But yeah, that was fun. He critted that. Which meant her armor would be 0, which she doesn't have armor. So yeah, he just pop. So that was funny. Actually, yeah, and he had line of sight to her because line of sight's an arc. So cool. Yeah, he just shot Nari right out the gate. She managed to fix him, but she is now unconscious. That's why I have her. Rather than using like the incapacitated thing, I'm just gonna tilt her over. Okay, so that was her, but he only has 1 activation left. I think Theros is gonna try to shoot him. So Theros is going to try to shoot him. He'll try to shoot Theros back. So Theros' crossbow strike 1 with +3 on the first band. So Theros is hitting on the 16. This is a confrontation. So Theros gets a 6. So he hits. If he hits me back, and he only has an agility 8, if he rolls a 7 or an 8, he hits me and cancels me. If he rolls anything else, he fails. He fails. Okay, so pop. Theros is hitting him. Theros will be applying a weak point if I don't do damage. That's important, because he's only tier 1, and I can... no, he's tier 2, so I can start fucking with him. So his armor is 6. I have Assassination, which gives me +6 to my damage. Damage is normally 13, so 6 and 6 cancel, so less than 13, and I do a point. 16, I don't, so I do a weak point to the Forgotten Hero. But the Forgotten Hero is now officially out of reactions. That is important. We are standing here trading shots with a guy who is out of shots. That's important. Okay, so that was Theros' first shot. Theros can shoot again, and he can't react, and they don't react unless they're targeted. Weird. Yeah, dodge towards attacker. Target of attack. Yeah. There's actually 2 different Vengeful Spirit. Oh, these are different. Are they different? Huh. They are actually different. That is weird. Okay. So these are different active and reactive cards. One needs to. Okay. So I'm just going to play with this green one. I actually don't know why there's two different ones. Like, genuinely, I don't know, because they're like technically the same vengeful spirit. So I'm just going to run with this one, because that's the one that I'm used to. It's very strange. Okay, Theros will try another shot. He needs. Actually, do I want to activate Theros now? No. I'm going to activate Sagan. He's going to go 1, 2. Or no. No. I need to cast the Nari first. Because Nari can give him burn. And then once he has burn, he can fuck these things up. And then Nari can use another spell to heal her. Okay. Can Nari get her up? No, I think I need to feed her meds. Because I don't think Nari has a heal. But I think her heal's a little different. Cure. I thought Inari has heal. Does she? She has Cure, Ice Spikes, Frost, Water, Lash. No, she does not have an actual heal. That is a Nara. That is Nara who has the heal. So, okay. So I'm going to activate Anari. She is going to take a single step forward, and then she's going to cast Burning Touch on him. It is range 8, 1 strike. Target gains sweep and burn. Burn is the important part, because if they are hit by anything with burn, so I need no less than a 14, she fails. That was a 15. Okay. I'll just activate her again and do it again. 6 succeeds. Okay. He's got sweep and burning. So now he'll activate 1, Sagan will. And he's going to get right up in their grill, because that's kind of what he does. So he has sweep, which lets him hit everybody. I remember sweep being sweep 1 on a successful attack roll, all models within the same space and adjacent spaces within line of sight and melee weapon reach suffer a hit. So he only has reach 1, like same space, so he's not hitting anybody but what's in his space. He has strike 2, because it's strike stamina. He has 2 stamina. So he's going to make 2 melee attacks against these guys. They will, of course, they are target of attack, and they are in there. They're going to try to hit him back. He has a lot of armor. This is what he's good at. So he gets 2, and he hits both. He has an offense of 13, 8 and a 9. He hits both. They are not attempting to dodge this. They are attempting to hit him back. So there's 2 hits back to him. Their offense 10. Both miss. Okay, so they don't hit him. He hits both of them. He does not suffer the effect of oh, that's right. They have ignore armor. They hit him and they hurt. Importantly, though, their incorporeal doesn't matter because he's affected by burn. So he's hitting at T plus 2, which is 15. So 1 on 1, 1 on the other. The 19 does not kill. The 4 does. So 1 gets absolutely shreked. Cool. 1 is down. That one is still standing. Okay. And it used up. The one that's dead doesn't matter, but 1 was using 1 reaction each. So he's got 1 reaction left. Actually, let's just do it like this. There we go. I'm going to put these over to the side just in case I need them. There we go. Forgotten Hero just has a weak point. Who do I want left? Anari had to take 2 actions. Theros, does he have a healing potion? He does. Is he good? He has inventory space of 10. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's good. He's got 6 items. Okay, he can just give a potion to her and get her back up. If I don't want to take another pot shot. She's got an action. Alright, let's get rid of Sagan first. Let's do Sagan's last action. It can react to him, so it will. It'll try to hit him. He's going to try to hit it. He is strike 2. Both hit for him. It is strike 1. It also successfully hits. So in a confrontation, it rolled a 10, and it cancels everything lower than him. So that's right. Yeah, he just canceled out the attack. Hits me back. It's armor piercing. Does it hurt me? No, it does not. The POW was too low. It does not actually hit. Okay, so I really don't like this guy. He's the problem. But I also don't like this guy. Getting Nari up is important. Alright, I'm going to activate Theros, and for his action, he's going to use an item. He's going to use... We are not using a healing potion. That is too powerful. So I'm going to use an item to heat medicine. Because she's packing medicine. Yeah, you know what? Theros is going to shoot the fucking hero. He's got line of sight. He's going to try to shoot him. Let me put that. Because if Theros gets hit on his next turn, he can at least try to live through it. He has some armor. Theros will take a shot. He hits. It's 13. He does damage. So the Forgotten Hero is on 1 weak point, 1 damage. Alright, that is Theros' last. And Nara had 1, but she is unconscious, so she doesn't count. Alright. So that was my turn. Now we flip turns. He gets 2 action points. He gets 2 action points. And these guys all get reactive points. And importantly, she can react with spells. Good. She's going to ass blast people. Now, order of activation is highest tier first. So he would activate first, then these 2. But first... Forgotten Hero. Target is closest enemy. Movement step. If he's engaged. Line of sight, but enemy is outside. He has line of sight. Okay. So he's going to try to use Marksman if idle. What is Marksman? Is that his... Oh, it's his class. +4 accuracy. So while active, his accuracy goes up to 12 because he's idling. He's going to take a shot. The closest hero is actually Sagan. Now, thankfully, his accuracy is 18. I was looking at the Vengeful Spirit. Forgotten Hero's accuracy is 18 right now. Thankfully, it's +0. So he's probably going to hit me. Yeah, he hits. Sagan's going to declare, since this is an attack, Sagan is going to declare a dodge. So we have a 2 on the hit. So Sagan's dodge. He has an agility of 10. I got a 4. He dodges. So Sagan can move up to 1 square if he chooses. What do I want to do? No, Sagan's going to stand right where he is. Sagan doesn't have to, but he avoided the attack. So that was attempt number 1. So he will do it again because he has 2 activation points. So an 18 barely succeeds, declaring dodge against it. Or actually, do I even declare dodge? Because Sagan only has 1 more reaction. No, Sagan will eat it. Sagan is not going to declare an action on that. A reaction. And the reason for that is I want to react to this spirit that's going to try to eat him. Because the spirit has ignore armor. Now, he is going to do toughness, which is 13, minus my 5 armor, so an 8. It's 3 does it. Sagan takes a point of damage. We already have one person down. Here, I'll actually put a little marker. We have one person down. Okay, so that was him. So we have the Spirit. Spirit will try to stab Sagan, and Sagan will react with an attack. So this is a confrontation. So first, the Vengeful Spirit is offense 10. He does not hit me. I get my attack back, and I am offense 13. I hit back. I hit my full damage, I hit half damage, because burn is off, I think. Actually, how long does I think it lasts until my next strategic. Enchantments last until the caster's next strategic phase. So I am on their step. My strategic phase is not. So he still has burn and sweep. So he hit back. So the power is a 15, but I don't do anything, and it gets a weak point. So if I hit it, I can crit it, and not that critting it would actually matter much, because critting just reduces its armor. Okay, so that was his reaction. So it'll try hitting me again. Offense 10. Hits a 10, hits. POW on its weapon is 5. Because 5, armor, ignore armor, so POW 10. And does a point of damage. Sagan is hurt. Why? I have a feeling we'll be repeating Quest 4, possibly. This is actually real rough. No, not actually, because she can heal everybody up. I can just take some turns. There's no time limit unless I trigger this, so as long as I get her back up. Okay. Also, I forgot. She had a reaction. Okay, so she would have reacted here to spell cast on him with her ice spikes. That would have failed. She would have reacted her second reaction to ice spike that guy. That would hit him. POW 11. 1 kills him. So she would have killed him, but he still would have hit him. That's important. Okay. So the Vengeful Spirit is dead. I forgot her reactions. I am going to rewind a bit to get them. So that's important. Because all that's left is a Forgotten Hero with 1 hit point. He's got 1 hit point. Okay. So now we go to my strategic phase. Nara will use her medicine that she's sitting on to heal herself by 1 and get back up. So medicine is being used. That's important. I'm going to put that in my item deck. Okay. Everyone gets their AP back, including Reactive Boy. Okay. I need Sagan to not get hit, which means I need him to not trigger reactions. Nara, so I need to be ballsy and try to ass blast Mr. Armor. He has so much armor. The best person really is my ranged guy, Theros. How does Protector work? I need to know how Protector works. Because if I can do Protector... Because that thing's going to react to anything I do. Okay. Protector. Oh! I found advantage. Once per activation, this model may reroll any number of dice once during an attack action against a target with the X characteristic. So Nara gives herself advantage undead. She can reroll attacks against undead once per each activation. That's actually really cool, and I wish I had paid attention to that. It's under traits in the rulebook, for the record. Protector. Why am I looking in here? Just look on the fucking card. Problem is, I have his HP on this card. Okay. Yeah, this was what I was worried about. Like something like this. This table, it's taken up. Would you? Okay, let us protect her. When an ally within half speed is targeted by an attack, this model may spend one to move to the ally's space and become the new target. I also have to remember he has fencing. Because he can do a lot of bullshit. I have to remember he has fencing on his melee attacks, because he can do some fucking bullshit. Kind of like how he does bullshit. Okay. So, if Inari gets targeted by an attack, not a reaction, but just an attack. So we're back on the reactive. I need to trigger his reactions. And if he's got line of sight, he will make a ranged attack. Everybody has one hit point right now. Who's got the best dodge? Theros does. But if it's attack versus attack, then it becomes a confrontation. Alright. Theros is going to try to shoot this thing. If I can hit him, I kill him. If I hit him, I'm good. Okay, so Theros' attack roll is a miss, but he would react with an attack. 16. So he also misses. So they both miss. Theros will try again. That will hit on a 16. And this is his second reaction. He will also try to hit. So he needs to... He literally has to roll a 4. He can't, actually. He can't counter this. Because in order for him to counter, he has to succeed but roll higher. His offense is 14. He can't. Yeah, he succeeded, but it's not higher than the 14. So Theros hits him. POW 13. Doesn't do any damage, but does give him a weak point. Which means 2 points to a tier 2. I can turn a hit and ignore the armor. So that was Theros' 2 shots. So, first thing that's going to happen is Nara's going to move up. And she is going to move her full 3. 1, 2, 3. And then she's going to cast a heal back on him. So, in 13, she succeeds, removing a point of damage from Sagan. She will then move again. She's got 3, 1, 2, and then she's going to get on here, and she's going to heal him. And succeed. So Sagan is fully healed. I cannot move past her, so I'm stuck right here. So Nari's going to move 1, 2, Ice Spike. Eight is a hit. 3 is a hit. 4 is a hit. He cannot react, so no dodging, no anything. He's completely out. These are POW 11s, but armor is 6, so POW 5. No damage. I will actually use a weak point to convert this one, the 7, into a critical. So it would ignore damage. 1 hit would ignore the crit, and he would die. Important. I've gotten rid of Skeleton Man. Okay. Skeleton Bro is gone. God help me. Okay. So Nari's gone twice. Inari is gone once. She cannot pass him, so she'll go 1, 2, and then she doesn't have anything else she can do, so she'll idle. He's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2, because 2 can sit in any space here. And he's going to go 1, 2, nothing. Okay, so everyone gets their HP back, or their AP back, importantly. Now, I'm an intrigue. What is that in front of me? What is this intrigue counter? Oh, we've been forgetting the Chaos deck. I'm so used to not playing with it. Okay, so we'll start using it on my next turn. But there should have been chaos deck flips, I believe. Because I believe it goes strategic, then chaos. And I had been forgetting that. Gameplay sequence. Strategic upkeep. Oh, chaos is only during the hostile turn after the upkeep. Okay, so there should have been 2 cards. Mistakes were made because I'm not used to using, I'm not used to using the chaos deck, and it's only during the hostile turn. So there would have been 2 turns with the chaos deck. Oh well. Don't make mistakes like I do. It's fine. I mean, I did. You know what? It's fine. She got her ass beat. He almost got beat. It's fine. It is okay to make that mistake. Okay, so it just says the intrigue is like when I touch it. Doesn't really say that I need to interact with it. So let me look up, double check if I have to do an interact action on an intrigue or if I just touch it. Intrigue, 15. Can't remember. Oh, intrigue is triggered when, okay, they perform the interact action or perceive action. Okay. Interacting, I just walk in. So we'll start with Nara. She'll walk into 1, just 1 space, and she'll intrigue. So intriguing, I now need to. So standing on the swaying bridge, you peer into the chasm below. Far beneath, a ledge juts out from the rock place, too distant to reach without a rope. Perhaps there's something nearby that could help. I now need to place the broken ledge secret location next to the eastern side. So it would normally be over here. I'm going to put it over here. Just because, I mean, look where I am. I only have so much space. Can't put it this way. I didn't even know there was going to be something going over on that side. This map is getting large and in charge. So we need to put a bridge. So there are secret location cards. Broken ledge, secret location card. Which has to be this one. So there's the broken ledge secret location card. Pretty sure it's broken ledge, right? Let's see what it is. Okay. Oh no, broken ledge is like this. So we have a broken ledge down there. Yes, there are little cards for the sword thing. Okay. Before I do... Nara's going to trigger it. She has 3, so I can go 1, 2, 3 and get her up here. But I really don't want to. Oh, she would have necrotic wounded during strategic. She keeps that shit on. Okay. I have to move her. So 1, 2, 3. She's triggering encounter 2. Okay. Well, she technically would stop here. And then finish the move. Further down the main path, an Oni Marauder, bloodied and scarred, sits on a stump, its gaze scanning the slope. The moment it locks eyes with you, its posture shifts. It rises, ready to fight, its intent clear despite the injuries to its body. So I place an Oni Marauder with 2 weak points. I'm just putting them over here for now. With 2 weak points and carrying common loot on 5. 5 is way in the back. Okay. So the Oni Marauder. Oh, sorry about hitting the mic. He's back here. There's going to be a common loot token there on his space or with him. So whenever I kill him, there'll be a common loot token. Ta-da. And then we're placing an encounter 3 somewhere. There's encounter 3. So let's get encounter 3 out, put encounter 2 up. He has 2 weak points on him, but he has no damage. He is a full 4 hit point angry boy. He is a big boy, but he's carrying a little bit of loot. I'll put that somewhere in a moment. That was Nara's. This is Nara's second activation. 2, and he's got 2. And this is just what I've been using. And here's his own Marauder card. He is currently reactive, but he doesn't have any AP because he doesn't get that until the start of the strategic phase on each turn. So he gets nothing. He can't do shit right now. He is a sitting duck. Nara does not have any spells that would help. So she is. So where's 3 go? 3 goes on 6. 3 is right here. Okay. Oh boy. This is spicy. Okay. I still have 3 people. Nobody on the bridge. Theros can shoot him freely because he doesn't have any AP because he just entered the battlefield. Like, I would say he does not have AP. That's how I'm going to rule it. If that's wrong, correct me, but I'm going to rule it that he doesn't start with AP because nobody else seems to. So Theros will go with his 3 speed. 1, 2, 3, and take a pot shot. So Theros, he is aiming for a 13 or a 16 or less because he's easily within 10 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He hits a 15, which is 16 or less, so he connects. He is an assassin. So power on this thing is fucking 19 minus 3, so a 16 pow. I hit a 13, I do a point of damage. Theros will then take his second action, 1, 2, stop here, and pot shot again. Hits. And that's a 1 for damage, which is enough to hurt it. So another point. Now, you might be saying, Clay, that seems really easy, but yeah, you know, kind of is. So that was both of Theros' actions, move, shoot. Also, Rogue would enable knockdown, but he's actually too big to be knocked down. Okay. Theros could probably have tried climbing down there. Couldn't he? But it doesn't tell me how far down to get there, so I'm not doing that. Okay. Let's do a Nari. So she only goes 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's within range. Ice Spike. Two hit, 1 miss. And these are affected by his armor, so these are only POW 8s. Because it's an 11 minus 3, so 8. Neither one does any damage, but they did hit. They do apply 1 weak point. So he's actually at 3 weak points now. Which means if I hit him again, I can crit him and negate his armor and get my full POW 11. She will move 2 more, because that's her speed. 1, she shares a space with Nari. And we're trying again. Ice Spiking with 3 strikes. Those are absolutely shit. All of that is shit. She just completely whiffs her Ice Spikes. That was real bad, Inari. How dare you? Okay, so now we only have Sagan left. Sagan's going to run. Sagan's first action is running. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And then Sagan will run again. 1, 2, 3. Because Sagan wants to put his body in between him and the enemy. That's what Sagan is doing. Okay, so now we go to the hostile phase. So first, everybody gets their AP. I'm going to have so many reactions against this poor bastard. Especially since he's in the way. So everyone gets AP. We're gonna read through the order, the game flow. To make sure we do this hostile one right. See how bad this is. Okay. During the chaos phase. So we did strategic. Active models will use certain abilities. He does not have it. We go to upkeep. Everybody gets their stamina points. Now we do the chaos phase. Okay. On the chaos phase, draw the chaos card and resolve it. So, this is what I should have done with the undead guys. We flip sudden ambush. Oh god. Okay. Sudden ambush. Spawn one tier 1 hostile on the space that has an intrigue and is closest to the entrance. If there are no intrigues, spawn the hostile one space behind the last hero. Do I just spawn anything that's tier 1? Like, what do I have that's tier 1? The Vengeful Spirits are tier 1. Are those my only tier 1s? Vengeful Spirit. Oh, there's different Vengeful Spirits. There's alters. Bone Walkers. I spawn a Bone Walker. It doesn't say, it just says spawn the tier 1 hostile. So I guess I spawned any tier 1 that would make sense. I guess a Vengeful Spirit makes sense. But you know, we've seen a lot of Vengeful Spirits. Let's do a Bone Walker. Let's do a Bone Walker. We're gonna rattle some bones. Makes sense, it's undead. Look at a skelly boy. You guys can see my little skelly buddy. So, according to this, if there is no intrigue, spawn the hostile one space behind the last hero. I will say that this is past the strategic phase, so it gets no AP or anything. It's just, we now have a fucking skeleton here. So he doesn't get any AP yet. The Oni Marauder is sitting at 2 health. Also, that does mean we need to get my Bone Walker card. Bone Walkers. Bone Walkers have the exact same... Okay, there's 2 cards. There is a altered, like... The one I found, the other Vengeance, was a alter card. So, yeah, there we go. There you go. Technically, the Bone Walker is active. Technically, the Oni is now on his active. Which means he's going to try to hit him. That's all he's going to do. But Bone Walker ain't got nothing. Okay. And he has reach, so Sagan just has to weather 2 fucking bonks. Which he can, but it's unpleasant. Okay. So now, we activate. Bone Walker's not going to activate because he doesn't have any, because it's past the strategic phase. So Oni's going to follow his rules, which is move towards a dude within 1, and then attempt to bonk it. So, first one, bonk attempt. It is 2 strikes. Sagan cannot react, but he will react with an attack. She will react with ice spikes. So I'm going to have Inari reacting and Theros reacting. So 2 basic attacks, a 12 and an 11. They both will hit Sagan. Sagan can react with dodge. So he would declare a dodge reaction. So he's going to try to dodge twice to at least counter. So I have 12 and an 11. Sagan has an agility 10. 1 success, 1 failure. So he's negating 1 hit. So Sagan is taking 1 hit. So Sagan is taking 1 hit. Now, Inari's Ice Spike attempt hits, and his attempt at shooting hits. So both of these hit him. So now all damage rolls get resolved. He's going to dodge into the square because he needs to be in there to try to confront this. So he has a POW 19 minus 5, so POW 14 does a point of damage. Ow. Theros took a point. So that was his hit to Theros. And then I dodged in so Theros can try to stab him. Ice Spike is minus 3, so it's a POW 8. No damage. Theros is a POW 13. Damage. Okay, so Theros does a point. I'm not sure I can, exploit weak points on reactions, so I'm not going to. Okay, now, second hit, he's going to try to hit him, but I'm going to declare a hit back. Both of these did reactions. Theros will again react, and she will also Ice Spike. He's going to try to hit back. So first, the 2 hits from Naomi. Both hit, and that's a critical, so my armor on that hit is a 0. But if I hit back, I cancel everything lower, including the critical. Or can I? No, it cancels all my hits. So I already declared the hit, so it doesn't really matter. A critical hit treats all opponent rolls. It beats all opponent confrontation roll results. So there's literally no way for me to stop him. Or that one beats them. This one, I think, would still count. Or no, it wouldn't. Because it beats all my it beats my rolls. So it cancels that. So even if I hit, it doesn't matter. So if he's going to take 2 hits, I have to survive this. Okay, so he's taking 2. Doesn't get his reaction. Inari is going to try the Ice Spike. Fails. He's going to shoot. Fails. Jesus Christ, guys. And he's taking 2 damage rolls at power 19 minus 5. No, one of them cancels my armor. So one is a 19. Yeah, they both hit. That knocks out Sagan. Sagan is completely conked the fuck out. Jesus Christ, that was the worst time to roll criticals. Okay. How do I want to do this? So now we go to the top of the thing. I have to hit that fucking guy. So now these guys are reactive again. Okay. Okay. So the Bone Walker is going to jump towards me if he's the target of an attack. That's fine. I need to stay away from him. I need to kill him. The Bone Walker is just Undead 1. It's fine. We don't have to do another chaos. We don't have to do another chaos. I do need to kill that big guy, though. And he would not get anything back. So during my strategic phase, first, Nari is actually going to give herself the advantage undead spell. Because Nari needs to kill something. Nari needs to cause problems on purpose. So Nari is going to cast Spectral Sight on herself during the strategic phase. So she has advantage undead. So she can re-roll attempts to stab undead, which is important because of this guy. We are going to start with Theros. He's going to move 1 here. He still has line of sight to the Oni. And that's important because he is going to attempt to shoot the Oni. The Oni will, in reaction, dodge towards him. So, shot, hits. Oni's dodge is agility 8, fails. So the Oni goes here, but he is taking a POW 13. No, POW 16. Kills him. That was the 4th hit. I would auto-critical it, actually, so yeah. Oni dead. I killed the Oni. Hooray! Which puts the loot token in the space where he was. So there's loot there. That was Theros' first action. So, Nara is going to activate first. And she's going to cast the healing spell Second Chance on Big Boy. Second Chance is strike 2. Only one needs to succeed. 3. Success. So he gets back up with 1 hit point. So he has 2 points of damage on him. But he also gets up with an AP. Yay, Second Chance. Now, Nara's going to step here and attempt to enact violence upon him with her claw, and she can re-roll this. He will, of course, react with a melee attack. So he's melee 10, she's melee 13, but I can re-roll hers. I'm re-rolling the 17. 12. Perfect! 1 under. It's impossible for him to succeed on this. Yeah, doesn't matter. So she hits. POW is equal to her toughness, so toughness 12, POW 12. He has armor 2, so I need a 10 or less. Nope. I get a weak point on him, though. I'm just using the Oni. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and move the Oni off. And move those over there. Yeah, this is a little more involved now that we have spells and a bunch of other stuff. So that was Nara. She's going to go 1, 2, and she's going to interact to pick up the item. So, after interacting with the loot token, read A02 on page 116. Okay. A02, 116. Stopping to catch your breath, you take the opportunity to survey the Oni's hulking form up close. A length of rope securing grim trophies catches your eye. It might prove useful. I gain the rope item. While on 3, a hero may perform interact and discard the rope. If you do, remove intrigue 1 and place a pair of intrigue E tokens. Okay. So let me get the rope item, because I have it. So I get she's picking up a rope. So I need the rope. There's a rope. Okay. So Nari has a rope. The wearer gains climbing. Okay. There we go. So she has a rope. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's sitting on 4 weight in her inventory. Okay, so this gets to get gone. So I did that. Okay. We haven't gone back to him yet. Sagan has 1 and can move 2 squares. Or run. Sagan's just going to activate and go 1, 2. And then he's going to run and stop. Yeah, he'll come into the square. He is not attacking. Oh wait, no, he can't. Actually, she can't either. So that couldn't have happened. Nari could not have walked into there because he just kind of locks it in place. I don't want to trigger that. I do want to heal. Okay, so he would move up. Nari would come here and heal him again. 2 strikes, so 2 potential heals. Both succeed, so I would say she casts it twice on him successfully, second chancing it. Because it's strike 2 for second chance. So I would say it gets 2 effects, I would say. It doesn't really say, like, let me look. Because it says, second chance, the model regains 1 HP. If the target of the model was incapacitated, it also gains 1 AP. But I remember that strike 2 means you can split the targets. So she had 2 strikes, 2 targets, targeted both at the same time. So I would say that's 2 HP. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I'm reading it. If I have 2 instances of the spell, she could do that. So, let's see, who's left? Sagan used up his. Anari can go. She can just try to ice spike this jackass. And then Theros could actually get here. But Theros does not have the rope. Anari does. So Anari's going to try to ice spike him. She's not going to bother moving. So 3 casts, 3 strikes. All hit, including a crit. So this immediately would cancel out anything, but all he can do is dodge, and he has to dodge 3 times. All 3 hit. He's agility 8, but one of them, this would pass, but it would only cancel 1 hit. She cancels his armor for the 1, so 2 hits are, also he would dodge forward. 2 hits at 9. 1 hits, and just for fun, 1 at 11. Okay, but I hit once, he only has 1 hit point. He dead. Okay, we got rid of the Bone Walker. There are no hostiles, so there's... But I guess technically there would be a hostile step. So, I would say there is a hostile step. So we need to finish everything. That was Inari's 1 cast. Second thing she's going to do is go 1, 2, and she's going to pass the rope to Theros, because I can trade. Theros has plenty of space. And then Theros will go 1, 2, 3. He's gonna run, so he's gonna come all the way to there. Okay. Now we go to the hostile. There is no hostile actions, but I would say we still go through the entire phase. So we flip a chaos card. Terra's Embrace. Choose the hostile with the highest tier on the battlefield. Each hero must then perform a M roll, applying -3 if it's tier 3 or higher. If there are no hostiles on the field. Okay, so I was right. I still go through this. So each hero that fails their M roll, their morale roll, must walk away from the hostile, ending their movement facing away from it. If there are no hostiles, however, each hero must walk back towards the entrance. So, we're going to start. Nara, M14. Nara fails. So Nara would walk 1, 2. She can't go past this. Sagan, 13. He stops right there. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Sagan, 13. His morale is 16. He's fine. Anari, 19 against a 10. She would go 1, 2 and stop right there. And Theros is a 10. He gets a perfect. He's fine. He doesn't go anywhere. Okay, because they, per the rule, cannot cross each other while on the bridge. Okay, so now we go back to my turn. Hooray! Everyone's healed. Thank God. Like I said, in my opinion, if I have 2 hits, it's 2 times the effect. That's how Ice Spike works, so why wouldn't the heal work the same? Especially since you could split the heal against 2 targets within range. That's what Strike 2 means. I could heal 2 targets with her second chance, so... Or stack all the healing on 1. So, let's do Theros first. So Theros is going to trigger 116. So let's flip to 116. Okay. Now let's see how this works. So while on 3, a hero may perform Interact and discard the rope item. If they do, remove Intrigue 1. Place a pair of Intrigue E tokens, 1 on 3 and 1 on space A of the secret location tile. Do I even know where space A of the secret location tile is? No, I do not. Does not tell me where space A of the secret location tile is. Yeah, none of those are actually marked, so I have no fucking clue. Unless there's something missing. So 1 on 3. Where is 3? So 1 is going to go right where she's standing. Okay, let's do this. Place a pair of intrigue E tokens, 1 on 3 and 1 on space A. Okay. So we are discarding rope. So rope is going back in the pile. So a pair of intrigue E tokens, which are these question mark looking dudes. We'll put 1 here. And I've got another one in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Way at the bottom. And 1 goes here. Okay, so we have the pair of E's. That's how I'm going to do it because it makes the most sense, like putting the ledge like it is. See, it's like 3 spaces to 3 spaces. Okay. So we did that. Place 1 intrigue 1 token on B and 1 intrigue 2 token on 8. Where's 8? Oh, I see why it's supposed to be on this side. I see why it's supposed to be on this side. So I'm going to move it. I'm actually going to put it here because the idea is that it connects here to here. I see now. Okay. So we're gonna move this because the idea is this ledge. Now that I understand what it's doing, what the idea is, it's like a little secret ledge right here. These 2 spaces connect, and then there's going to be 1 here and 1 here that connect. I get now what's happening. Okay. So this is 1 spot, and this is 2 spots. We basically have a second path now that I've done. The entry 1 and 2 are connections, as our E heroes may move between them with climb. If a hero moves to 8, trigger and resolve encounter 3 immediately. Okay, so we can share and we can do climb action. So we're going to be doing climbing. I need to know how climbing works because we are absolutely going to sneak our way in through the back because that just seems like a smart way to do things. 54. 54. Climb. Climb allows a model to move over elevated ground. That's it. Okay. And Theros would normally have climb as normal, ignoring any movement penalties. Because normal, so Theros can climb and still shoot. Theros is a climber. He treats it as normal movement, not everybody else who treats it as special. Okay, so that was Theros' action. He interacted. So now he's going to do his climb. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And now he's down in here. Now only 2 people can be in a space on this one. That's what this little 2 means. And that was Theros' second action. Sagan is going to go 1, 2 for movement, and then idle. And then he's going to climb 1, 2. So Sagan is down here. Nara is going to climb down 1, 2, and then 3. And then Anari is going to go 1, and then second action climb down. Everybody is done 2 except for Nara. So the question is, does Nara pop her stupid head up here? And the answer is yes, because I want to trigger this. I want to trigger this whole thing immediately from inside. Or do I? No, I don't yet. We're done. So we're going to go to the hostiles. So strategic. Everybody, for strategic, upkeep. So upkeep, we all get our stuff. And then chaos. What do I get? 2 different heroes may spend an AP each to remove either a wound or weak point. So there are good things in here. Oh my god. This would have let me just heal myself. There are good things in the chaos deck. Oh my god. Okay, I did not know that. I actually didn't look at these cards beforehand. I have no idea what's in that fucking deck. And this is the deck I'm going to be using for the rest. Okay. So, we're going to start with Sagan. He's going to go 1, 2. That's his movement. And now we trigger encounter 3. So I don't know what's about to happen. Let's find out. Encounter 3 because I'm now inside near the exit. Encounter 3. A formidable marauder looms in the temple courtyard. Its gnarled features and imposing frame exuding a menacing presence, far more daunting than any of its kin you faced before. Nearby, men and women hang limply in makeshift stalks, their heads cowled and bowed, their limbs bound by cruel restraints. Upon spotting you, the ogre swings its massive maul with a vicious force, shattering a large counterweight with a deafening thud. Your eyes follow the chain to the temple gate, which groans and creaks as it begins to descend, moving to block your path. With a guttural roar, the ogre gestures towards you, calling you forward with a menacing challenge. Okay, so Chaos deck. Add a dire ambush forth from the top. Okay, so I need to find the dire ambush in here. Dire ambush. Okay, found it. And I need to do it forth from the top. So I need to take the deck and go flip this over and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get. There we go. Forth from the top. There we go. So we know that's coming in 4 rounds. Place a common loot token on spaces 7 and 8, where I'm standing. I'm standing on 8, so I get a common loot token immediately if I want to use his interact right now. Which I might, because he already moved 2, and he ain't got nothing that he can do melee-wise. So there's a common here, and a common on 7. Where is 7? Okay, 7 is the opposite corner. So there's a common loot there and a common loot here. Those are random, by the way. I get to draw random cards. Place 2 objective markers on 7. And 1 objective marker on 8. So 2 objective markers on 7. What do I use for objective markers? Let's find out what the official objective markers are. In my handy dandy quick one. Just random objective markers, huh? Synergy, superior, weak, incapacity, wound activation. Nothing in particular. So something I can use for an objective marker. I guess I can use encounter markers. I think. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll figure out some objective markers. Let's use. Since I don't really have anything else, it's 2 objective markers in 7, which is up there, and 1 in 8. So an objective marker. An objective marker. These aren't actually objective markers, but I don't know what these are for normally. So there we go. So objective markers. And place an Oni Marauder on exit facing the gate. But this is a lieutenant. So this guy is facing this way. So he's just causing trouble right there. Okay. Okay. So the gate will close during the resolution step of this activation sequence, dealing a power 8 hit with stagger to each model on 6, which is the space right behind it, right in front of it, which none of us are on. So it's going to slam shut, but we're not there. So hooray. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. So the gate's going to close. That's fine. The Oni Raid Leader is a boss type enemy. He is an Oni Marauder Lieutenant. So do I have a card for Oni Marauder Lieutenant? That is a good question. I have Oni Raid Leader. Is that what I'm finding? Just says Oni Marauder Lieutenant. That's an Oni Pariah. Okay. See quest rules. The Oni Raid Leader is a boss type enemy. Okay, so that's probably a typo. They meant the Oni Raid Leader, which is its own card. He has. Oh, this is gonna suck. Yeah, he is gonna suck balls. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're fighting the Oni Raid Leader. Okay, a prisoner with the interact object on the same space as the prisoner. Well, like I said, since he's spawning in, I don't think he's going to have his activation points. He'll get his points because we're already past that phase. So, yeah, okay. Well, we're going to try this. He's it says it's an altar. Like, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be using because this just says, "Oh, place an Oni Marauder quote unquote lieutenant on the exit." So is it an Oni Marauder just like before? I mean, it's basically the same dude. Like, honestly, they're about the same. So the difference is he has 2 more hit points and 1 more stamina. But beyond that, he does the same shit. He's literally just a bit tougher. I think that's fine. The extra AP is not going to matter until his activation. Now, is there a different card? Active reactive card for such a big boy? Let's find out. Oni Marauder, Bone Walker, Forgotten Red, yeah, blah 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 blah. Nope, he just acts like a normal ass Marauder. There is no special card for him. So there you go. He's got 6 HP though, so that's going to be a whole thing. So I want to free prisoners. So the objective markers are prisoners. With an interact action, I can free them. Since I've decided that monsters spawning in do not have their AP, it does make the game a bit easier. I will call it a little easy mode, if you will. I don't know, because in the skirmish game, they're always going to have it. So I think letting myself not deal with it is fine. So his action will be to free the prisoner. So we're freeing a prisoner. Okay. So 1 prisoner freed. Now his next turn, he's going to move in on Big Boy. And he's going to try to hit him. Because we're catching him unaware. I would also say we're catching him unaware, popping our asses up here instead of here. Because this only shuts this down. None of us give a shit. So, yeah, I'm going to... He has 2 strikes with his Stone Splitter. Offense 14. Or offense 13. Hits both. His power is going to be 15 minus 3. So 12. 1 point of damage. And 1 weak point because I hit but didn't damage. So 1 and 1. I'm gonna stack those weak points on this. And that was Sagan. That was all he could do. So next we're going to do Theros. So Theros has a speed of 3. Yes. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to pop up. He's going to shoot a shot. Because Theros ain't fucking around with this. Hits easily. He is sitting at a devastating 19 power. So 16 does a point of damage. Okay, we're hitting the raid leader. Second action, 1, 2, 3, to keep away from him. Fire another shot. Hits on a 16. Damages. Okay, we've cut this motherfucker's life in half, because as far as I'm concerned, I got the drop on him. Nara has a speed of 3. Do I want Nara in melee range with him? So Nara will go... Wait, this was the Nari. Nara was here. Theros is here. Nari has a little bit of walking to go. She's going to go, because she was like right here. She's going to go 1, 2. She's going to stop, and she's going to pick up the common loot. So, my understanding with common loot is I actually roll on a common loot chart. So there's a common loot chart here. I just roll 1 die on it. You got an 8. Nari is finding a glaive, apparently. I don't even know if she can carry such a thing. Rope, medicine... Oh, glaive. There we are. Nari found a glaive. I don't think she can actually carry the glaive. Yeah, no, she can't actually pick that up. So there is a glaive sitting here. Nari found a glaive, can't take it. Literally too heavy for her. By itself, it is 1 item with 3 points of inventory, and she only can carry 4. So her second thing is going to be 1, 2, 3. She's going this way. Now, Inari. So that's Nara's first 2 actions. Finally, Inari's first action, she's going to choose to run. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Second action, she's going to move to 1, 2, Ice Spike. So that's 3 shots. That misses. 1 hits. And this 1 is against a 8. Does no damage, but does add a weak point. Excellent. 1 more weak point, and I can exploit. That is all my actions. So now we go to Hostiles. Strategic phase. Nothing happens. Upkeep. Big boy gets 3 fucking hits. 3 goddamn actions. But we're all going to be reacting to him, so it's going to be goddamn funny. It's going to be a lot of violence. Also, if I had known this was coming, he would have done something on his strategic phase, but he didn't. There's a funny thing, his class, or Sagan's class is Ranger. I need to remember that, actually. That's important. Sagan can actually move at the end of the hero phase. I need to remember that, but he got engaged, so it's fine. Okay, now, Chaos. What's next? We get Weather. If there is no weather effect, apply this card. The entire field is considered dense and hazy. Oh, God. Okay. What does that do? What does dense and hazy weather do? Oh, no. I need to look up weather now, because I don't know what dense or hazy actually do. This is going to be a whole thing. And it's the weather until I get another weather. Weather, 17. This is our first time dealing with weather. A sudden snowstorm hits while we're here. Weather cards are also turned during the weather check. Okay, it doesn't tell me what weather actually does. So what's the weather effect? Weather card, weather check. 13. Let's check 13. Shove the cards back into the chaos deck. Okay. So it's hazy and dense. So what is hazy? And what is hazy 75. Okay, okay. So these must be in here, traits. Oh, environment. Here we go. Dense. Melee attacks with reach 1 or more suffer -1 strike. So, importantly, you can always have a strike of 1. But dense means that he only makes a strike 1 now because he has melee of reach 1 square. So he's actually getting fucked. He only has strike 1, not 2 anymore. Theros would also be at strike 1 if he had more than 1 shot. Hazy, ranged attacks cannot target models throughout this environment. Oh, ranged attacks cannot target models through environment. Ranged attacks from within or against a target within it suffer halved attack modifier. Halved attack? Oh, so his accurate ranged attacks and magic attacks that are ranged, their accuracy is halved. Melee attacks suffer -3. So this dude is making 1 strike, not 2, for each of his activation points at offense 11. But we're all getting screwed. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. That's important because I'm going to remember fencing. Because fencing is funny. Okay. So, behavior, he's got a target. He's going to try to melee him. He only gets strike 1. Sagan will choose to react with a strike. And importantly, I'm going to remember this. Sagan will apply Masterful Parry, which is a -3 modifier to his target, him, melee attack. So this guy is getting -6 melee and 1 swing. So his melee is 8. And he rolls a 9. He doesn't hit, but Sagan gets to hit back. But Sagan is at offense 10. Sagan hits. Okay. Sagan will now do normal damage because dense does not affect the damage roll, I don't believe. I didn't see dense affecting damage rolls. Right? Dense is just -1 Okay. So now I'm hitting a POW 15 minus armor, so POW 12. I do a point of damage. Okay. He's going to try to hit me again, and I'm going to try to hit him back. So he's at an 8. Complete with. I am hitting back at a 10. I hit. I am hitting at POW 13. That's not enough. Or no, POW 12. So that's not enough, but it is a weak point. He now has 3. We can now exploit. Also on that one, Theros will try to shoot him. And Inari is going to try to ice spike him. As a reaction to that attack. So, half attack, I would say, is half their... It just says half attack. So I'm assuming that's the attack, half the attack roll. Like, half my attack stat, basically, whatever stat I'm using. It doesn't really say. Suffer a halved attack modifier. And then dense would lower the strength. That doesn't matter because you can't go below 1. You can always have a strike of 1. So Theros is going to try to hit on a accuracy of 6 or 7. He hits. He has assassination, so he is a 19 minus 3, so a 16. He deals another point of damage. I'm just going to use one of these real quick. That's 5. And now the ice spike, which is at a 7. And she whiffs the ice spike. Okay, and now Big Boy's third attempt at smashing the fucker in front of him. These two will again shoot and spike. He hits Sagan on a 4. He needed an 8 and he got a 4. So the damage on this is a 19 minus 5, so 14. And he hits. So Sagan took a point. Curses. Ow. Sagan is in pain. Sagan is an unhappy camper. Now, obviously, you could argue. There you go. Sagan is an unhappy camper. Okay, but now we get my shot. At minus 3 because of hazy. Or no, halved, but it's plus 3 here, so it's actually 8. Hits. Does damage. Kills him. That was a 6 point of damage. Oh, he did. Okay. But now we're in a weather situation, and I believe this just stays in effect. Yeah, this weather effect just stays. Because weather effects stay. So I need to keep that. Oh god. Okay. So we did that. Nari, and then we would end the activation, go to my turn. Strategic doesn't matter. Because at this point, we need to get this turn done. Nari is going to go here. And first interact, free a prisoner. Second round, interact and free a prisoner. I have freed all 3 prisoners. That is important to me. So all 3 prisoners freed. Huzzah. Awesome. 3 prisoners freed. That is both of her actions. Theros could pick that up if I wanted. Do I want the glaives? 3 or put him at 9? I do want the glaive. Theros will go 1, 2, 3 and pick up the glaive. That's just sitting there. That puts him right in his cap, basically. Yeah, I don't believe weather is discarded until I can actually check it. He's going to idle. Anari will go 1, 2, and then 1, and then she'll check the loot. And we'll roll to see what she gets on her common loot. 4. 4 is a precious materials card. I'm pretty sure Anari can pick up a precious materials. I don't know what that is. Like, in some cases, I'm getting lucky. You know? Precious materials. Precious materials. During a quest, this may be discarded for a synergy point. Okay, I don't know what synergy is. We're not adding it in, but that's important. And yes, yeah, she can hold that. It's 1 point. So, okay, and that's all we're going to do for now. We're going to, and then, oh yeah, Nara on, yeah, that's just how it's going to be. So now we're going to pull a Chaos card. Because we're going to go to the hospitals. We get Freezing Wind, Weather. Oh, if there is another weather in effect, discard both. Okay, so we just canceled the weather. Thank God. We had a brief snowstorm, wind came in, took it out, we're done. Beginning of my turn, all of us through the exit. Everybody is safe. All right. Okay, so, endgame. If there are no prisoners on the field when the heroes enter the exit, take Fate D. So, I need to write down Fate D. Sorry about hitting the mic again. So we have A, we have C, we have D. because we didn't discard. If I have Fate A, which I do, read page 116 and discard the token. Okay. 116, secret log. We need to read secret log A04. Secret log A04. Now, this is a chunk. Get ready. As you hurriedly remove the captive's mask, a wave of relief washes over you. Asano is among them. His body is battered, his posture betraying signs of fractures and broken ribs. Once freed from his bonds, he and a few surviving warriors take a moment to regain their breath. Adjusting his garments, Asano places a firm, grateful hand on Sagan's shoulder. I owe you one, my boy. That conditioning in the Shirazawa Hills finally paid off, huh? He grins, yet his legs buckle. Regretfully, I don't think my body will allow me to press onward with you lot. My age is catching up to me. He chuckles. He glances down at his limp sword arm, then straightens himself and takes a deep, pained breath before meeting your gaze. I am deeply ashamed and dishonored, yet I must beg you, take my place and put an end to the only leader atop the cleaved mountain. Urgency creeps into his tone. I shall lead the injured survivors back and uphold the empire of what has transpired. Reinforcements will come, but not soon enough. He hesitates. The Fox Empress warned of a fate worse than death when the bloody moon rises. After what we've seen, I fear she may be right. Reaching behind him, he pulls free a thick, white bear pelt and offers it to you. The fur is striking, dense and coarse. As your fingers brush over its surface, you feel something sewn into the fabric, a small wax talisman. More of them are scattered across its back, intricate seals carefully stitched into the hide. Asano nods towards it. A cloak fashioned by the kitsune from the hide of a cursed three-eyed bear I slew while serving in the Kishobari. These seals ward against spirits. Wear it, and it will protect you from the profane touch. The farewell is heavy. These may be the last friendly faces you see for some time, and the trail ahead is as daunting as it is uncertain. Yet there is no turning back. Asano gathers his wounded and begins the descent. You glance at your companions. Some stand ready, their weapons gripped with quiet determination. Others linger, lost in thought, burdened by all that has passed and all that is to come. Retrieve the warding pelt legendary item. Oh my god. And then we're going to be reading about party customization and the moon dial and events. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so first let's find the warding pelt, and I'm just going to have it kind of off to the side. Warding pelts. So the warding pelt is resistance 1, spells profane. Cool. I'm going to give that to Sagan. It is a 1 stock item, so equipment, so he can hold on to it. So there's that. Okay. Now, let me check real quick before we do that. Yes, now I need to read the moon dial and party customization. Party customization, you now have a chance to customize your party. Who are the Northern Wind party members? Select your 4 heroes, carefully considering their strengths and weaknesses. The options are Sagan, Anari, Theros, Nara, and 2 I don't have, Chanra and Tomo. Hero requirements. All heroes must be level 1. You will not have an opportunity to change until later. Among the rescue survivors, you encounter Chanra, a goblin queen, and Tomo, a mysterious traveler. I don't have those, so I'm not going to do that. There is also rules for creating your own custom hero. I am not going to do that. Now, we need to talk about the moon dial. We're going to be using that shortly. From this point forward, the journey between quests grow longer, and your heroes must journey between them as you race against time begins. So we're going to be seeing page 8 to 10 and navigate your party with the campaign map. We're going to set the moon dial to day 1 at dawn. I have 13 days total to get to the Byodo Summit, tracking time after completing a quest or resolving an event card, advance time by 1. Perils on the trail. Event cards present a variety of situations, riddles, and challenges for your heroes to overcome during their journey. Events between quests and our events occur between quests and are represented by event cards. Construct your event deck using event cards 10 to 20. Shuffle these cards and place them to the side of the moon dial. Whenever your party advances over an event location marked by dots on the campaign map, draw the top card, resolve it, and then remove it from the game. After resolving an event, advance time by 1. Use this deck until instructed otherwise. Oh no, I think I'm going to have to do a journey. Because we're going to... Okay. So, we're going to be doing a journey phase, because that's what we have to do to move forward, I guess. So let me find where I put my moon dial. Not that it matters, because I'm starting at dawn, and I'm going to move up 1. So first, let's go ahead and look at our map. Because I believe we're about to start doing stuff. Yes. Okay. So this is our campaign map. We are currently here on Hilltop. Each one of these steps is an event, and then we get to here. I believe, if I'm reading this correctly. Mount Bioto Summit Gateway. Yes, this is the next location. So, okay, yes, we're going to have to resolve 2 events. So, to get to the gateway. So I want to do that now, before we start. Or before we quit. So, I'm starting at dawn, moon dial dawn, and I'm going to be advancing 2 steps. So, where did I put my moon dial? It's around here somewhere. Ah, I see it. Okay, so let me show you the moon dial, everybody. So, this is the moon dial. We're starting at dawn. So, let me get my event deck, and it said events 10 to 20. Right? 10, 9, 3, 2, 1, 38. Okay, so I need to get the event cards are 10 to 20. So here's 10, and then none of those, and none of those. There's a lot of events. There's like 38 events. Okay, so this stack is a no. And then 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11. So this is my event deck. So I have a chaos deck right here. I don't believe those get shuffled back in, but I'm going to double check how the chaos deck resets after we're done. But this is going to be my events. And I have 2 events, and I do want to get through them. Now, there is actually like a little time tracker here, but I know that I'm going to be here when we're done, because we're going to go from here to point 1, and that's starting here, point 1. So I'm going to write down again, where I'm stopping. And then we're going to resolve this event. This is what's going to happen now. Every time I cross one of these little dots here on this map, and you can see them, I have to resolve an event. So, we are resolving on our first one, Kappa. I also think we have to resolve chaos weather cards during this sequence as well. So during the journey phase, okay, so the campaign's back, we start where we start. Journey, we will, okay, and we can rest if we want. Doesn't really say what order I do things in. Oh yeah, quest, journey, quest. Quest, combat. Journey goes events, rest, combat. I believe the chaos deck, the start of a quest, reveal the top 4 cards of the chaos deck. Okay, so the chaos deck comes into play at the start of quest now. So first we have Kappa, story. This is our first event. From the dark waters of the stream, a kappa emerges. Water sloshes in the small, bowl-like depression atop its head. The creature demands a toll for safe passage to the other side of the brook, its voice a grating call. We can make an offering, attack, or back away and find a path. You know, I do have that fucking glaive I don't need. So what items could I give? I could give a glaive and a hatchet. So I'm going to choose to remove 2 items of my choice. Glaive and hatchet, because I don't need them. To read page 150, E10-1. Okay. So I'm going to go to 150 in my big giant book and read E10-1. That's 2 parts. That's 2 parts. That's my journal. I gotta remember there's a journal in here. E10-1, Kappa. We made an offer. The creature's turtle-like shell glistens under the dim light, and its web limbs move with an unsettling waddle as it approaches. A grotesque grin spreads against its beaked face as it nibbles on a strip of flesh, still clinging to bits of skin. It carefully examines your offering and makes a deep bow in gratitude, spilling the water on top of its head. The creature makes a strange expression of as if in pain and vanishes. I'm going to get Fate G and a Banishing Talent. Okay. So let's write down Fate G. What fate did I lose? I lost a fate. So 116. I think it was Fate A, the one I ditched, right? Right? If you have Fate A, discard Fate A. Yes. Okay, so I lose Fate A. I gain Fate G. So now I have C, D, and G. This gets discarded back into the Fate deck. The big deck. It actually gets discarded permanently. Or no. It goes back in, so I'll put it on the bottom. Since I shuffled, I'll put it on the bottom. Okay. And then I get a Banishing Talisman upgrade. So I'll probably give that to Theros to hold on to. For now, let's go find the Banishing Talisman. And this is how I'm going to do things going forward. It'll be a map and a journey. It is kind of a mess, but, you know, I'm doing my best. So pardon my mess. Banishing Talisman. Okay. So this is effect cleave, ignore armor, can only deal damage to models with profane element, power 15. Looks like I don't know what that symbol means for its strike. I'll have to look. That's a weird thing. Okay. So that was that. So now we're going to move up a step, because we're going to move here. And Demonic Rebirth. Story. Pale light drift across the mountainside, moving with an unnatural rhythm. Something once laid to rest has stirred again. Okay, so first, I receive Fate M. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so I get Fate M. I'm definitely going to buy a notebook so I can make it easier. 2 weak points among my heroes. And then I don't have Fate F or K, so that doesn't, none of that happens. So 2 weak points. So I'm going to give Nara, yeah, he doesn't have a damage anymore. And Anari, 1 weak point each, because I have to distribute 2. Okay. And next would be the Summit Gateway, which I believe this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to have to probably do the map like this, just because of its shape, but we'll see how I can fit it. But that'll be next time. So there you go. And I believe we will advance one more before we tackle the actual quest. But that is number 4. We now have everything in play. We have quests. We have items. We have the moon dial. I need to put down, I am going to start on midnight. Moon. Midnight. Gotta write that down. I'm gonna get like a spiral notebook before I play again. But yeah, there we go. We have done 4, and we are now officially on a time limit. I am on day 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So once I get back to here, this fills in, I'm here. When this fills in, I'm done. So, as always, I want to thank you all so very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. This one was one of my longer ones because, I had a lot of combat and a lot of stuff going on. Didn't expect it to last that long, but hey, it did. So, see you next time. Thanks for watching. If I am doing, I am going to continue, I think, even if it's wrong, I'm going to continue with monsters spawn in with no AP. It does give me a slight advantage, but not a huge advantage, I don't think. But that weather was damn funny. That weather hurt him way more than it hurt me. Oh my god. Like, the Oni getting -6 to hit me because of the fact that he has reach and shit. He's just too big. He's too big and too stupid. That was funny. Oh my god. Like, that was luck. Like, that was the perfect luck. It messed me up too, but nowhere near as much as him. So I would consider that a win. But yeah, till next time, keep gaming, treat each other kindly, all that good stuff. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hey, have a good one.